hope the construction noise it's not too loud. Hi friends, welcome back to Fumi's. I'm Angela and today I'll be showing you guys how to make carnation flowers with crochet. And I have two sizes for these flowers, so I'm going to show you on two separate videos how to make them in different sizes. In this video, I will show you how to make the large one, and you can find in my other video how to make the small one as well. For the big one, we are going to be using these three yarn colors. The green is for the sepal and these two colors are for the petals. I will be showing you how to make the petals with two colors. The inner part will be using the lighter color, and for the outer edge we will use this darker color, so we will have like a nice color at the end. So without further ado, let's just jump into the tutorial and I will show you how to make them and also what other materials you will need. Let's go. So first, let's grab our green yarn, and then I'm going to show you how to make the sepal. To make the sepal, we are going to start with a magic ring. To make a magic ring, you want to place your hands flat like that, and then we're going to grab this yarn, the short tail facing yourself, and we're going to wrap it around our two finger like that. And then we're going to cross it to the side, to the back, and we're going to flip it over. So in front, it will look like we have two strands of yarn, and then we're going to hold this with our pinky finger. If you don't have the grip just like I do, you can wrap this around your pinky finger multiple times, just like that. And now we have something like this, the one in the front closer to your fingernails and the one at the back. So we're going to grab our hook and put it underneath, facing down. So the hook facing down, we're going to put it under and above. So we're going to grab this yarn at the back, we're going to pull it to the front, and we're going to flip our hook over like so. I'm actually gonna release this because I'm not really used to it like that. Okay, so now we have something like this. We are going to yarn over and pull through. If it's loose, then it will be easier for you to insert the yarn. So this is our magic ring finish. You will have something like this, and now we're just going to take this short tail out of the ring, and this is our magic ring. And now we are going to start with our first row. You can pull this short tail to make the ring smaller. So the way I hold my yarn is usually like this. I would wrap it in between my ring and pinky finger, and then above the pointer, and then go down like this. So this is how I usually hold it, but with the magic ring, I'm gonna hold the magic ring here. So yeah, okay. So for the first row, we're going to start with a chain one. To make a chain one, you're just gonna have to yarn over and pull through. So this is our chain one. And for the first row, we are going to make 10 single crochet into the ring. To make a single crochet, you want to insert your hook into the ring, yarn over, pull through. Then you will have something like this, 2 loops on your hook, and then we're going to yarn over and pull through both of the loops. So this is our single crochet, and we're going to mark our first single crochet with our stitch marker like that. And now we're going to continue working on 9 more single crochet, so we will have 10 in total. So single crochet, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, that's 2 single crochet, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, 3 single crochet into the same loop again, into the ring, and this is our 4 single crochet, 5 single crochet, 6 single crochet, 7 single crochet, 8 single crochet, 9 single crochet, 10. So now we have 10 single crochet in our ring, and we're going to close the ring by pulling the short tail. So we're going to do that by pulling this, and your ring will become small, and you want to pull it a little bit more until there is no gap in the middle. So this is how our first row looks like. So we're going to take this off and remember where the stitch marker was. We're going to insert our hook in there. So now we're going to make a slip stitch. I like to bring my short tail to the front of the hook so I can continue weaving it as I go. Feel free to leave it at the back if you're not used to it, or you can weave it as you go to bring it to the front by bringing it to the front. So now we're going to do slip stitch, yarn over, pull through, and pull through again. So that is our first row finished. So this is how our first row looks like. Now we're going to continue working on row 2. For row 2, we're going to start with a chain. So we're going to do 1 chain like that. And then we're going to do a single crochet into the same stitch. So we're going to do single crochet into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Now we're going to insert our stitch marker like that. So for row 2, we're going to do a repeated pattern of single crochet and increase. So we already did our single crochet. Now we're going to do an increase into the next loop. An increase means 2 single crochet into the same loop. So into this next loop here, we're going to do 2 single crochet in 1. So insert our hook into the next loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. That is our first single crochet into the next loop. We're going to do another single crochet into the same loop. So single crochet into the same loop. So now we have 3 single crochet in total. 1 is the single crochet and 2 is the increase. So we're going to repeat this pattern of single crochet and increase 4 more times until we have 15 single crochet in total. So single crochet into the next loop, single crochet into the next loop, single crochet into the same loop. So we have repeated the pattern twice now. Now we're going to do it 3 more times. Single crochet into the next loop, single crochet into the next loop, single crochet into the same loop. So this is 3 times repeated patterns. Single crochet into the next loop, single crochet into the next loop, single crochet into the same loop. That is 4. Now we're going to do 1 more time. Single crochet into the next loop, single crochet into the next loop, and single crochet into the same loop. So we have repeated the patterns 5 times, and we're going to end this row by doing a slip stitch into where the stitch marker was. So insert our hook, yarn over, pull through, and pull through again. So this is our second row finish. This is how they're going to look like. Next, I'm going to show you how to do row 3 to 11. So row 3 to 11 are going to be repeating the same pattern, which is going to be just 15 single crochet. So 1 single crochet in each loop. So I'm going to show you once on row 3, and then you're going to repeat it all the way to row 11. So to start row 3, we're going to start with a chain 1, and then we're going to do a single crochet into the same loop where we did the slip stitch. So single crochet, then we're going to add the stitch marker here again, just to make it easier for us to find later. And now we're going to do 14 more single crochet, so we will have 15 in total. So 1 single crochet into the next loop, 1 single crochet into the next loop, this is 3, single crochet into the next loop, 4, single crochet into the next loop, 5, single crochet into the next loop, 6, single crochet into the next loop, 7, single crochet into the next loop, 8, single crochet into the next loop, 9, single crochet into the next loop, 10, single crochet into the next loop, 11, single crochet into the next loop, 12, single crochet into the next loop, 13, single crochet into the next loop, 14, and single crochet into the last loop 15. And to finish off this row, we're going to do a slip stitch just like usual. So slip stitch into where the stitch marker was, yarn over, pull through, and pull through again. So row 3 is finished, and you're going to see that your work is starting to curl up like this, and we want to flip it over to the back like this. So this is going to be our right side, and in here we're going to insert our polyfill later. So you just have to repeat row 3 until row 11, 15 single crochet. So I'm going to start working on mine until I have 11 row, and I will meet you once I'm done with mine. So I have finished my row 11, and this is how they are going to look like from row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is how yours should look like. And now we have this hole in the middle, and we are going to fill it with some fillings. I like to use some leftover yarn which I kept. You can also use some polyfills fiber to fill this in, but I'm just going to use my leftover yarn, and I'm going to stuff it with a tweezers just like this. You can fill it as full as possible. All right, so this is how it looks like once you have finished stuffing your sepal. I kind of fill it pretty tightly just like this. And now we're going to start working on row 12. For row 12, we just want to work on the front loops only. So instead of inserting our hook into both loops, we just want to insert it into the front loops, which means it's the loop that is closer to you. So if the loops normally look like this, and you would usually insert your hook into both of the loops, you just want to insert it into the front loops only, the one that's closer to you. So we're going to start row 12 by doing chain 3. So yarn over, pull through, that's 1, yarn over, pull through, that's 2, yarn over, pull through, that's 3. So we already did 3 chain. Now we're going to do 1 double crochet increase, which means 2 double crochet into the next loop. So yarn over, insert our hook into the next loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that is our double crochet, and we're going to do 1 more in the same stitch. So yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So now we have 2 double crochet in 1 stitch, just the front loops only, don't forget that. Now we're going to make a picot stitch. To make a picot stitch, we're going to chain 3, chain 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to insert our hook into the stitch right above the double crochet that we created. So this one right here. So we're going to insert our hook there, yarn over, pull through, and pull through again. So that is our chain 3 picot stitch. Now we're going to do chain 3. So chain 1, 2, 3, and we're going to slip stitch into the front loops, into the next front loops only. So insert our hook into the next front loops, yarn over, pull through, and pull through again. So this is our first pattern sequence, and we're going to do 4 more. So in total we will have 5 of this. So to start the next pattern repeat, we're going to start with a slip stitch into the next loop. So we're going to insert a slip stitch into the next loop. We're going to do chain 3, chain 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to do 2 double crochet into the next stitch. So yarn over, insert our hook into the next loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That is our first double crochet. We're going to do 1 more double crochet into the same loop. So 1 double crochet into the same loop. Next we're going to do picot stitch, chain 3, chain 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to insert our hook into the place like before, just right above the double crochet, this one right here. So now we're going to insert our hook here, yarn over, pull through, and pull through again. Now we're going to do chain 3, chain 1, 2, 3, and we're going to do slip stitch into the next loop. So insert our hook into the next front loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and pull through again. So that is the second pattern repeat. We're going to do this 3 more times. So slip stitch into the next loop, yarn over, pull through, and pull through, chain 3, double crochet into the next loop, double crochet into the same loop, chain 3, picot stitch, chain 3, and slip stitch into the next loop. Third pattern repeat finish. Now we're going to do another slip stitch into the next loop, chain 3, double crochet into the next loop, double crochet into the same loop, chain 3, picot stitch, chain 3, and slip stitch into the next loop, front loop only. So now we have made 4. We're going to do 1 more. So slip stitch into the next loop, chain 3, double crochet into the next loop, double crochet into the same loop, chain 3, picot stitch, chain 3, and slip stitch into the next and last loop, front loop. So this is how your sepal should look like. This is how they look like from the top, and we're going to chain 1 to fasten off. You can cut off the tail and pull this out. Now we can also weave in the ends. I'm gonna put my needle like that, and then I'm just going to weave it to the bottom like so. Okay, so this is how our sepal will look like. This is how it looks like from the top. This is how it looks like from the side. This is how it looks like from the bottom. Okay, so we are still going to be working with this, but now we're going to work on the back loops only. I hope you guys can see it well, but the back loops are the lines that you are seeing right now. For example, this is one back loops, and then the next one is this one, the next one is this, the next one is this. So basically all of the lines that are here on the edge, that's your back loop, and that's where we're going to be working next with our petal color. So as I mentioned before, I actually have 2 yarn color, the darker one and the lighter one. I'm going to use the lighter color first for the inside, and this will be for the edges later. So I'm gonna grab my light peach color. Okay, so now we're going to grab our peach yarn, and we're gonna start with our petal, and we're gonna insert it into one of the back loops. I'm gonna grab our yarn over, and pull through. Now we're going to do chain 1, yarn over, pull through, and tighten it. So this is how we attach our yarn, and now it's secure. For the first row of the petal, we are going to do 15 single crochet on the back loops only. So 1 single crochet into the same loop where we did the chain 1 and attaching the yarn, and I'm going to mark this with a stitch marker. Okay, And now I'm going to do 14 more single crochet. So single crochet into the next loop, single crochet into the next loop, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this is how it's going to look like once we finish row 1 of our petal. We're going to slip stitch into where the stitch marker was. So slip stitch. And that is row 1 finish. Now we're going to start working on row 2. To begin row 2, we're going to start with a chain 1. And for row 2, we're going to be working on the back loops only. So this is the back loops, the one at the back, like right there. So if the stitch is like this, you're going to be working on the one at the back. So you want to insert your hook like this. Because previously we did this, now we're going to do the back one like this. Alright, so 1 double crochet into the same loop, back loops only. Yarn over, pull through, and pull through, and pull through. This is our first double crochet, and we're going to do an increase, so we're going to do 1 more double crochet into the same loop. So this is our first increase. We're going to do 14 more of this, so we will have 15 in total. Don't forget to work on the only on the back loops. I'm going to put a stitch marker on the front loops right here. Like this. Okay, so double crochet into the next loop, back loop, double crochet into the same back loop, 2, double crochet into the back loop, the next back loop, double crochet into the same back loop, 3, double crochet into the next back loop, in the same back loop, 4. From now on, I'm just gonna count the stitch, and I will count the number twice just to make it easier for me so that I know how many stitches I've done. So far we have done 4. Now we're going to do 5, and the back loop, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, 15. Now our second row is almost finished. We just have to slip stitch into the stitch markers to finish it off. So let's slip stitch here. yarn over, pull through, and pull through again. So that is our second row finished. Now we're going to continue to working on the third row. For the third row, we are also going to do double crochet increase on each stitch, but now that we have increased in the row before, we have 30 stitches in total, so we are going to increase 30 times. So let's begin with a chain 1, double crochet into the same loop. That's our first double crochet. And we're going to do double crochet into the same loop. So that's our first increase. We're going to do 29 more until we have 30. So next loop, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9. I forgot to mention, but for this row you don't have to work only on the back loops, you can work on both loops already. So just make sure to do two double crochet in one stitch on each stitch. So 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, 15, 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, 20, 21, 21, 22, 22, 23, sorry, 23, 23. I only did twice, the previous one failed, so I had to repeat. 24, 24, 25, 25, 26, 26, 27, 28, wait, 27 I only did one, so we need to do one more. 27, 28, 28, 29, 29, and 30, and 30. Okay, so our third row is almost finished. Just finish it off with a slip stitch into the stitch marker. So one slip stitch right here, yarn over, pull through, and pull through again. So this is our third row finish. We're going to continue working on our fourth row. For our fourth row, we're going to start with chain 4, chain 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to do treble crochet into the same stitch. So we're going to yarn over twice to do a treble crochet, insert our hook into the stitch, the same stitch where we did the chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that is our treble crochet. It's quite similar to double crochet, you just have to yarn over twice for treble. I'm gonna insert my stitch. I don't have to put my stitch marker here. Okay, so now that we have this, next we're going to do 8 treble crochet increase in the next 8 stitches. So 1 treble crochet into the next loop, 1 treble crochet into the same loop, so this is 1 increase, and we have to do 8 of this. So we're going to repeat this 7 more times. Treble crochet into the next loop, treble crochet into the same loop, that is 2 increase, treble crochet into the next loop, treble crochet into the same loop, that's 3 increase, treble crochet into the next loop, treble crochet into the same loop, that is 4, treble crochet into the next loop, treble crochet into the same loop, that's 5 increase, treble crochet into the next loop, treble crochet into the same loop, that's 6 increase, 2 more, treble crochet into the next loop, treble crochet into the same loop, this is 7th increase, treble crochet into the next loop, treble crochet into the same loop, 8. So we have done 8 treble crochet increase. Next we want to do treble crochet into the next loop and chain 4, chain 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to do a slip stitch into the same stitch. We're gonna do slip stitch right here and done. So this is our pattern repeat. We're going to repeat this 6 times. So we already did 1, so we have to do it 5 more times. I'm going to do it and I will meet you once I have finished with mine. You can just repeat the video again to follow this. So wait, before I leave. So to begin the next pattern, you want to begin by doing a slip stitch into the next loop. Just like this. And now you can continue the exact same pattern. Chain 4 and treble crochet into the same loop, and then 8 treble crochet increase, and then treble crochet and chain 4 and slip stitch in the same stitch on the last one. And then to begin the next pattern, you're gonna start with a slip stitch on the next stitch again. So good luck. You know what, maybe I'm gonna repeat it one more time. So we've done slip stitch into this next loop. Now we're going to do chain 4, chain 1, 2, 3, 4, treble crochet into the same stitch, and now we're gonna start 8 treble crochet increase. So treble crochet into the next stitch, 1 treble crochet into the same stitch, 1, that's 1 increase. Now I'm gonna continue until we have 8. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8. Now we're going to finish it off by doing a treble crochet into the next stitch, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, slip stitch into the same loop. Now we're going to do slip stitch into the next loop and repeat the pattern again. So we have done 2. Now we're going to repeat it again 4 more times, and I will be back once I have finished mine. Okay, I'm just doing my last chain 4 slip stitch. So this is how they're going to look like once you have finished our row 4. So now that we have finished with our row 4, we are going to fasten off by chaining 1, yarn over, pull through, and we're going to tighten it, and we're going to cut off the yarn, so it will look like this is the end of our row 4. And now we're going to work on the edges. For the edges, we're going to change the color, just as I promised you. I'm going to change it into this darker peach color. So if you don't want to change the color, you can continue using the same color and just do the step that I'm going to show you. So for this, I'm going to attach my yarn kind of like right where we fasten off here, and the sepal should be facing you, not like this. It should be like this. Okay, so we're going to attach our yarn here, just at the bottom where we slip stitch the last time, right here. We're going to insert our hook here at the bottom of the depth. We're going to attach our yarn just like before, chain 1 to secure it, and now we're going to work 3 single crochet into the chain space. So we're going to insert our hook here. So insert our hook here, and we're going to work 1 single crochet. We're going to work another single crochet, that's 2, and another single crochet, that's 3. So we now have 3 single crochet just like that. And now we're going to repeat the pattern of single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet on each of the loop at the top of the treble crochet. So this loop right here, this loop right here, and continue all the way until you find the chain 4 space again. Okay, I'm gonna show you. So we're going to insert our hook here, and we're going to do, I like to put this in front so I can weave it as I go. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. So that is 1 single crochet. We're going to do chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to do a single crochet into the same loop, just like that. Next, we're going to do another single crochet into the next loop, chain 3, single crochet into the same loop, single crochet into the next loop, chain 3, single crochet into the same loop. So we're going to repeat this all the way until the end of this petal. Next, we're going to do single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet again, single crochet into the next loop, chain 3, and single crochet, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, just repeating the same pattern. We're already more than halfway there. This is the last one. Okay, so now that we have reached the end, we have the chain 4 space, and we're going to do 3 single crochet just like before. So single crochet here, single crochet, single crochet. So that's 3 single crochet. Now we're going to do a slip stitch into the stitch at the bottom right here. So I'm going to do a slip stitch going that way. And this is how they're going to look like after we add the ruffly bit at the edge. So now we're going to repeat the same thing on all of the other petals, and I'm gonna meet you once I'm done with mine. You can just repeat the video to watch the instructions again. So once you have finished all of the edges, it will look something like this, and I've done my final slip stitch, and now I'm going to fasten off by chaining 1, and then we're gonna tighten it and cut off the excess yarn. Gonna pull it out. So this is how they're going to look like right now, and we are not finished yet. So we can weave the ends of these yarns, and remember the stitch marker that we put on earlier. We are going to basically repeat the patterns of row 3, 4, 5, and 6 in the front loops only, because earlier we did it on the back loops. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it. So let's do it together, I guess. Or if you already know how to do it, you can also just repeat the pattern without doing the video. But you can also have me in the background playing. Okay, so we are going to insert our yarn with the sepal still facing us, and then we are going to yarn over and pull through to attach the yarn like so. Chain 1 to secure it. We can pull this short tail. We're going to start with our row 2. Just like before, we're going to do 15 double crochet increase. So double crochet into the same loop, double crochet, and then we're going to do another double crochet into the same loop. So that is our first double crochet increase, and we're going to attach our stitch marker on the first double crochet right here. So we're going to repeat this until we have 15 double crochet increase. So that's 1, 2, 2. I'm going to repeat saying the number twice because we are doing 2 double crochet in 1 stitch. So I'm counting the stitch. And 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, and 15. 15. And now we're going to finish off our row 2 with a slip stitch into where the stitch marker was. So slip stitch right here, And we're going to continue working on the next row. Just like before, we're going to do increases again on each row, on each stitch. So we're going to do 30 double crochet increase for this row. Let's start with a chain 1, and we're going to do a double crochet into the same loop, and then we're going to mark it, and we're going to do another double crochet into the same loop. Did I say double crochet or single crochet? It's supposed to be double crochet. Okay, so that's our 1 increase. We're going to do, I guess, 59 more until we have, no, 29 more until we have 30. So 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 13, the previous one failed. Okay, almost there. 14, 14, 15, 15, 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, 20. Okay, 10 more. 21, 21, 22, 22, 23, 23, 24, 24, 25, 25, 26, 26, 27, 27, 28, 28, 29, 29, 30, 30. So we have finished this row. We're going to finish it off by doing a slip stitch as usual. Slip stitch into the first double crochet, and now we're going to start with the petal pattern with the treble crochet. So we're going to start with chain 4, chain 1, 2, 3, 4, treble crochet into the same loop. Now we're going to do 8 treble crochet increase. So 1, 1, 2, 2 treble crochet, basically 2 treble crochet into one stitch, treble crochet into the next stitch, 3 treble crochet into the same stitch, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8. And now we have finished our 8 treble crochet increase. Now we're going to do a treble crochet into the next stitch. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Slip stitch into the same stitch and slip stitch into the next stitch. And now we just have to repeat this pattern of chain 4, treble crochet in the same stitch, and then 8 treble crochet increase, and then treble crochet and chain 4 and slip stitch in the same stitch 5 more times. So we will have 6 in total, just like the previous one that we did on the other petal. So I'm gonna start working on mine all around until I have 6, and I will meet you once I'm done with mine. Alright, I have finished all of my I have finished all of the 6 petals pattern repeat for my flower. So I'm going to chain off, and we're going to change yarn again into the darker peach color. So to fasten off, we just have to chain 1 and then cut off the excess yarn like so. And then we're going to insert our hook here at the bottom here again, and then we're going to attach our darker color yarn, pretty much repeating the same step as before, and going to chain 1 to attach. We're going to do 3 single crochet into this chain 4 space. So insert our hook here, and I'm going to bring this along with me so I can weave it as I go. So single crochet 1, another single crochet 2, and another single crochet 3. So now that I have reached the top of the kind of flower petal, now we're going to insert a single crochet into the top of the treble crochet. We're going to do chain 3, single crochet into the same stitch, single crochet into the next stitch, chain 3, single crochet into the same stitch, single crochet into the next stitch, chain 3, single crochet into the same stitch, and continue repeating that until the end of the row. So I have finished until the end of the row, and I only have the chain 4 space left, and we're going to do 3 single crochet in them just like before. So 1 single crochet, another single crochet, so that's 2, another single crochet, that's 3, and we're going to slip stitch into the bottom of the V, the dip here. So slip stitch here and pull through again. So let's repeat this again until we finish all of the ruffles at the edge of the flowers, and I will see you once I have finished mine. So I have finished working on all of the ruffles on the edge of my flowers, and we're going to finish it off by chaining 1 again. And I'm gonna cut off the excess yarn. And so this is basically the end of the crochet part. They will naturally curl up and become full like this, but we are going to cover this later when we assemble it, because we have to cover this, otherwise the inside will come out. So yeah, let's weave in the ends, and I will show you how to assemble the flowers. I think it looks really cute, and the ruffles are kind of looking very natural. Yeah, I just really love it, especially in this color. They look really nice. Okay, I'm gonna weave the ends and I will show you how to assemble them. So here's our carnation. I have weaved in the ends. Now we're going to cover this up. We're going to grab our light peach yarn, maybe around 30 centimeters. And then we're gonna take it and we're gonna put it in our darning needle. We're going to basically sew the inside of the carnation, like the layer on the inside. So how we're going to do it, basically put it inside one of the petals, and it's going to go in like that. Now what we are going to do now, we're just going to alternate in and out between the flower petals. So this one is in, out, go in, we're gonna go out again, and in again. So we want to alternate between in and out like that, and just kind of sew it out and in and out and in and out. I hope this footage is clear now, but basically you want to go in and out between the petals until you meet the one that you started before. So in and out like that, push it. One more time. So this is where I started, and now we're just going to tie a knot. We're going to tie a knot and tighten it. So with this, if you pull both of them, tie a knot like that, the inside will naturally close up like that, and we're gonna push this in. I'm gonna tie a knot again like that, and tie another knot, and then the middle will get small like this, and you're good to go. So basically you just want to weave the ends of this yarn again, and then I will show you how to assemble them into the stem. Okay, so I have weaved all of my ends, and this is how they are looking like right now, and we're going to assemble them. Okay, to assemble we need plier, our floral stem, and also a green yarn. So first I will show you how to work on the floral stem. So what I usually do is bend kind of like 0.5 centimeters into one side like that, and then I put my plier just like that, and then we're gonna bend it again like so. Then we're gonna put it here again and bend it even more, and one more time like that, until we kind of have like a circle like this. Once you have the circle, you can press it and have something like that. Once you have something like this, you want to grab it facing this way and push it down. So you will end it up with a shape like this. Okay, so once you have something like this, we can now insert it into the base of our flower, just like so. And you're gonna insert and twist until all of the stems are inside the flower. Now my floral stem are inside like the twisty bit. Now what we're going to do is just pull this thing if you have them, and we're gonna wrap it with our green yarn. I've also turned on my hot glue gun, and we're going to use it later. So now let's wrap this. To wrap it, you just want to gather at the top and then eventually go down slowly. Just make sure it's secure and tight. Now you just want to continue wrapping. So you want to wrap them and cover the green yarn from earlier. This ends, you want to cover all of them. Okay, mine is covered, and then you want to twist it, make sure they are tight, and now we can do this. Just twist it around. Make sure to put a little bit of pressure on this hand where the yarn is coming out to make sure that they are nice and neat. You can also kind of twist them around like this to make it more secure. I'm going to do this until the end. I will wrap until I have this much left, and I will come back once I have that. Okay, now I have this much left, and I am going to grab my hot glue gun and put some here. It's not hot yet. Okay, and we're just going to wrap them on the hot glue like that. Now we're gonna cut off the edge and secure it one last time with the tip of the glue. Just gonna. So once you do that, you will have this, and your carnation is finished. So, congratulations on finishing your large carnation. I hope you like this pattern as much as I do, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below in the comments. And also, if you like this tutorial, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And also don't forget to subscribe so you never miss any tutorials or other videos from me. Also be sure to let me know in the comments down below what other videos or tutorials you would like to see from me next. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye!